Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I watched some videos by a fella called Epic Tech. Epic with K instead of C. And it says, yeah, Epic Tech 2Ks basically. Good guy, very small YouTube channel. I don't know, I found one of his videos and then I got into that, and in the wake of having used some more scripts, I downloaded even more after I watched his video about 5 scripts he thought might be useful for the lot of all the Space Engineers players. By the way, if you go to his channel and don't know, watch 1 or 2 of his videos, maybe let him know that I've sent you. I had a very nice conversation with him, and yeah, I found in one of his videos 2 more scripts I want to test, and maybe I can really get into scripts that I never thought that would be a thing I would like. But I found scripts that are basically that can do stuff with displays and that can do stuff with inventories, an inventory manager basically. It is Toledan's inventory manager, also called Tim. That was the first thing he introduced us to, and it is it is, as it says, it is an inventory manager that sorts inventories. You can name inventories, and then this thing puts all the necessary things in these inventories that you want to have in there, and crazy. I'm a bit sick. My nose is a bit stuffy, and it will be the worst here. But again, this thing sorts inventories automatically. You can decide what stuff goes into which inventories. I normally don't like that because I would like to do stuff like that with conveyor sorters. On the other hand, I tried that, and conveyor sorters are relatively hard to work with. What you would need to do is really structurize your inventories when it comes to that's the beginning of your inventory system. So refinery, this is where all the ore comes in. This is after that all the refineries. After that all the storage for ingots. After that assemblers, and after that all the storage for components. To really sort that out. And with this base, for example, you can see that I didn't think stuff like that through. And for bases like this, it is neat to maybe use a script or so like that. And I want to try to set that up. Maybe we can get that going and at least take a look at that. I didn't write down all the necessary information because I just want to get basically into that and see what is possible. Okay, I want to set these early on so I don't run into problems again. So, and I'm trying my best with the scripts. All the people normally came and said, maybe use this script or this script. Here, you can see that. Toledan's inventory manager. That's, by the way, also the creator. The other thing I downloaded is the configurable automatic LCDs. That's by Master. You can find that under these names on the workshop. We will take a look later at that. I'm not sure if I can get this episode, or if we want to do it in the next episode. This is also a thing I downloaded, Whip's Rotor Thrust Manager. I want to take a look at that too. It's also a script where you can use rotors, not like the vector thrust, but you can use rotors, and it basically uses the stuff behind the rotors. If you have engines or thrusters behind rotors, you can basically turn the rotors around, and this will manage where the thrust goes then and all that stuff. It's neat stuff. Maybe this can replace the thrust vector thing. I tested the thrust vector thrust vector thing again, and I have to say, nope, I can't get it to run. I'm certainly doing something wrong. I try to let us go over there for a second. I try to maybe get rid of all the angle settings I had there, but then the whole thing doesn't work. And if I point it down, I always have the thrusters pointing down, and they don't stop the whole thing. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might take a look at the script again and see if there's a setting I don't have right. So normally it should stop movement. This doesn't do that. It keeps the movement going, although I have all the dampeners on and all that stuff. And that means that whenever I have a small amount of movement into a direction, it stays that way and doesn't change. And that makes it a bit unreliable. That by the way counts also for up and down movement. So if I have a bit of movement up, it will keep that going. So and in the beginning it starts with movement. So that's, oh, let me rename this programmable block 1. We will call it Tim. That seems to be the thing that everything is called when it comes to this. Here. There are some who call me Tim, so we will do that too. Let's call it Tim. Let us start Tim. That might be a thing. The delay should be 5 seconds. That's what the guy in the settings, for the settings said. Set up actions. We want to start the timer block. Is this the right timer block? Timer block Tim. And then we will make that silent. Set up actions, timer block Tim. We want to start this, and then we also want to run Tim with default arguments. That's always the thing. I'm getting used to this stuff, and maybe in the future we really can do with it. So there seems to be settings for LCDs, and I want to try them. I never used the LCDs. Maybe it is a thing I have to do with the... Do I have to name them correctly, or... Let us just test that. So I can do this. No. Yeah, that's one thing that always happens. I don't have all the necessary... Come on. German keyboard. That's always bad. Let me give that to me, and this too. Again, we're testing that here. In the future, this all might change. Did it say we can also use... I don't know. We will just see how that works out. Let me... see, bad. let me get the... I need the bracket there, the right bracket. And I will get that and then configure this LCD, and in the meantime I will blow my nose. The things you have to do to get these brackets. I don't know. Normally, the game is set to a German keyboard layout, but for some reason I can't get to these brackets. Don't know. Don't know. I will just keep them and not copy them. So I don't have a clue if that works. We will see if that is what I have to do. It should. So ooh, see, it did change. That's neat. So this is basically the now a screen that shows us the amount of ingots we have in the system. So we can take a direct look at it and see we are missing gold. We are missing magnesium. Uranium is a bit low. Would be better to have more. That's a neat thing. And there's another thing we can use on the refineries, and can basically set the refineries to be a bit more managed with the thing. Problem is I only have one refinery here, so maybe it's not necessary. But this is basically always the thing you have to set up. So you go and set it to these brackets, Tim, and then for the refineries, basically it is Tim ore, and that manages the ores in here. So you can go, and I hope that's correct. That's what I got from it. That you basically have them managed by this TIM program that then puts individual ores into individual refineries, as far as I understood it. And that would be cool, because then I wouldn't have the problem that one refinery is, all the refineries are clogged up with, don't know, cobalt or something like that. I have that a lot in environments with multiple refineries. This is a lot easier. Okay, the next thing, let us set that up very fast. I want to get to different things again. I'm putting out, at the moment I'm doing too much work with the scripts. I want to get back into working with other things, building and all that stuff. Okay, let us see. The other thing I wanted to test is the configurable automatic LCDs, because with this you are able to set up LCDs to also give you information. That is neat, because then I can you can even group LCDs, as far as I understood that, so you can make big LCDs out of multiple ones. And that's also a very cool thing I want to test in the near future. I will get them running, see what they do for my system here, and then everything. This is LCDs. We'll keep it that way, and then we will go to the other timer. Call that LCDs 2 to clear that up. This one should be set at 1 second. Set up actions. We want to run the programmable block LCDs with default arguments. I always had the feeling that setting up scripts would be too hard, but now I realize I just didn't I don't know. Maybe it was pure laziness or something like that. I also want to have that run silent, and this works. Now the LCDs also should be set up in a certain way so that they do something. I have no real clue. We will just test it again. Maybe it's easier than I thought. So this should be set to also have the brackets. This guy set up a thing so that if you scenario settings, I never saw that. That you can use, instead of the brackets, you can use the exclamation mark. I think that's the right word to have it so that, okay, write commands to public or private title. I don't know. We will test it. Time. I think there was something like this. Time. Echo. I wrote that down, and I have no clue if it really works that way. Power. Echo. That was one of the examples. And I just wanted to take this before I go deeper into it. No, this doesn't seem to work. Let me go. I have a phone call. Maybe I should listen to what the LCD says, because it seems you can just set up the LCDs by using the private title. Is that right? We will see. Oh man. It is time. And again, I'm not sure if that is absolutely correct. Don't see this as a tutorial or anything. For tutorials, I am not good today anymore. And cargo. Escargot. So edit private text, private title, or public title. I will test it now and see. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's that's cool. Good information, more and more of the information, and it seems you can even color this stuff and all these things. That's neat. That's really, really neat. Yeah, cool things. Cool things. That is really, really cool. If you don't use all the inventory management, it seems you can also go with this mod to display these information. Otherwise, hey, if you don't want to use all the inventory management before, or you only want to have the inventory management and don't need all this stuff, then hey, get Tim, let it display this stuff for you. You can also display the components, it seems. There's more stuff. You can have a certain amount of components always in your inventories, and if there is not enough, then it will produce stuff for you and all these things. That is really, really neat. Man, that is really cool. I will go deeper into this and try out more stuff in the future and see what we else can do. Yeah, what else we can do with this stuff. I also want to revisit this thing, still want to revisit it. This is one thing I really want to get going. If the scripts can help with vector thrust and all that stuff, that would be neat. This is cool, and maybe we can set this up, Tim. Yeah, we can set Tim up on the moon base too, and build more on the moon base, and maybe the mobile home also. We will see. I don't want to have all the programmable blocks running. I don't know how strenuous this is. If maybe you have some experiences with this and can tell me if the programmable blocks and the timers running really are a problem for the system. Don't know. Maybe you know. Maybe one of you knows what could be up with this thing. Why it doesn't stop my movement all too crazy. Do I have that set up too slow or something like that? Does it need to run more often? I will test that out. Good people, I think that's all for today. Long episode with just setting up timers and setting up another script again. Sorry, but the scripts really fascinate me at the moment, so I wanted to take a look at them again. Good. Okay, people. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, then please leave a like on the episode. That helps me out a bunch. If you would like to take a look at Epic Tech's channel, then go there too. Again, Epic with a K and Tech with a K, T-E, Gay, T-I-T-E-T-E, I think, K. Interesting guy, relatively small channel. Don't know, help him out if you like him. And then, yeah, I hope to see you on Wednesday. And then we will again do some building, do some more stuff. And don't know what I can come up with. At the moment, these scripts really fascinate me. All you script lovers maybe are happy now that I got into the script. Good people. See ya then.